welcome to 500 Open Tabs. I'm Kaveh Taharian.
And I'm Hannah Hillam. What's up, Kaveh?
Hey, Hannah, how was your Thanksgiving? And let me preface this by saying we've definitely experienced Thanksgiving at the time of this recording, so we're not making anything up. We're not predicting what it's going to be like.
We've eaten our Thanksgiving food already, I'm sure. I'm sure of it.
I ate a lot of food.
Same.
I sat and watched something. I probably watched Stranger Things Season 5, which I was very excited about.
I bet you loved that. Don't spoil it for me.
Oh my God, everybody dies in the first 10 minutes of the episode.
Sure.
What if that actually did happen? That would be really funny. That was an accidental spoiler of it.
I watched the game.
Oh my God, the big game.
Yeah.
Great.
I don't remember who or what it is. Is it the same team every year? I don't know. All I care about is the game. Yeah,
it's the game. It's the Snoopy Macy's Day Parade float versus the I don't know, Garfield one every year.
And dude, it is disgusting. They actually draw blood.
Yeah,
I watched Garfield take a bite out of Snoopy.
Oh, someone just yelled in the background of yours. Is that a child?
Yes.
It sounds like Jurassic Park, like boom.
Yeah, because when the boy child whines, he has this big long wail, and it sounds like a distant dinosaur.
Speaking of whales, I'm going to start off this episode with a terrible joke that we used to tell each other in college.
Okay.
You might have heard it, but there's two whales swimming in the ocean, and one whale turns to the other and he goes,
You're red in the face.
And the other whale turns to the first one and says, "What?"
That's pretty good, actually. That was pretty good. I was expecting some horrible, stupid joke, but that was good. Well, yeah, but
yeah.
And yeah, speaking of whale jokes, this has nothing to do with whale jokes. This is just a story I want to tell.
What a transition. Love it.
I'm a professional.
We're killing it. We're killing it at the beginning of this episode. Look at us.
We're killing it, whale killer. I thought you were gonna say one whale said to the other, let's do diarrhea in front of, what was it? The one episode you did
to ward off the orcas. Yeah, or no, I guess let's not eat. Orcas.
Let's eat squid and then have diarrhea. Love that joke. But I was going to say, I was at Savers the other day.
Savers?
Yeah. Do you know what Savers is? It's way better than Goodwill. It's like a thrift store, but I like it a lot. And I go there because, I feel okay buying thrift stuff if it's
Why would that be an issue? Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just telling a story.
You don't buy anything. That's right. You don't buy anything new. You have to buy it secondhand.
I have I really actually think it's some diagnosable.
Yeah, I think so too. Yes.
Some obsessive thing I have.
There's nothing wrong with buying stuff secondhand. The problem is that you buy stuff that's already worn down in the secondhand section, where I'm like, Hannah, this is barely holding on by a thread. The point of buying something secondhand is to buy something that's in better condition, but not paying full price for it. You're not supposed to buy the shoes that have holes in them already. You've skipped the middle step. That's why it's strange when you shop. That's the point. It's not the fact that you're shopping at a secondhand store.
That's why I go to Savers now, because they're generally in better condition than Goodwill.
God, we've made progress. I love it. Okay, good.
And hey, you made me throw my shoes away, and I still haven't forgotten it. And good. I think about that all the time because I miss those shoes.
Yeah, you're like...
I saw myself wearing a picture of them. I saw myself wearing them in a picture the other day, and I was like, whatever happened to those? And then I was like, oh, yeah. My good friend made me throw them in his dumpster. Anyway, the story is not about my old shoes you made me throw away because they were covered in dog poo and 40 years old. So I was at Savers, and I've been looking for good carrying cases for my prints and stuff like that. And I find these awesome ones they were from the Army, an Army photographer who would carry around... Yeah, all the different slides, the negatives.
That's
so they had these little slots and great things. So I brought them home, right? And I'm like, these are great.
Yeah.
These are wonderful. Guess what they're made of?
Lead?
Yes.
Of course it is. You're like a
They're made
magnet
of
to
lead.
lead. You're just like, how do I
Me
get the
too.
most unhealthy thing for me and bring it home to my children to
They're
play
not
with
touching it.
lead?
It's sealed. It's like sealed behind like some like glass or whatever, but it's still lead.
Okay, good
so
job.
that makes 4 things I own that are made of lead.
You have not
my
gotten rid of the
mic
mic stand, have you?
Why
You're
would I
still
ever get
using
rid
it.
of the mic stand?
Because it's made of lead.
But I want it. I'll put it in my closet. No one will touch it, and it'll be there till I die. And then my kids will be like, "Why do we have this?" And then they'll just throw it in the. I don't know. Anyway, there's nothing you can do to change me. So that was my story. I bought more lead, and
Wonderful, love it.
Lead
with
and
that,
whales.
now that we got the lead out of the way,
get the lead out, dude.
Now that we've gotten the lead out of the pencil of the lead stories, we can move on to this week's tabs. Hannah, I believe that you are up first, if I'm not mistaken.
I am.
And it's an alleged continuation of some weird like a cliffhanger or something
You've
or
already
other from like a
forgotten.
month ago. I literally have already forgotten. I don't remember
Yeah.
anything about what it was.
Oh, good. So I will update you. I'll remind you. So do you
Okay.
remember years ago, probably
Yeah.
in your mind, I did a tab on the Great Seal device, this Great Seal bug.
No idea.
Where
no.
they this was literally 3 weeks ago.
Do you
Okay.
know how much happens in 3 weeks? You know
I
the
know.
news cycles happen in 3 weeks. 3 weeks
know.
ago, like Mamdani was elected. Do you feel
Right,
that feels
3
like
weeks
10
ago,
years ago?
We didn't have Bubba.
Yeah.
We didn't have anything about
3 weeks ago, Dick Cheney was alive. Just think about how long ago that was.
wow, the world was way worse somehow.
Yep. Sorry, continue.
Whatever, you know. Oh no, so that like listening device that was placed in that plaque.
Oh, right.
behind-
Yes,
yeah.
the Russian thing. Okay, yes, I do remember.
And
When you
I
said
talked-
bug, I thought you were talking about like an actual insect. That's why I got confused.
Yeah, I almost
The
said a
listening
spider,
device.
but spiders are not insects. But whatever, great.
Are spiders not insects? I'm so
they're
sorry. I'm gonna have to.
they're arachnids.
Are arachnids not insects?
I don't think so.
Oh, I didn't know
Uh-oh.
this. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Tangent tab. Sorry, John's wife. We're gonna have to figure this out
Yeah,
now.
John's wife. Why don't you get a life and be okay with this, John's
Don't
wife?
yell at John's wife.
I
She's
love
suffering
John-
through this.
I love John's wife. John's
She's
wife.
supportive. And I believe it was his son. He had a child of some sort.
I
don't
think his
remember the gender.
son liked the child liked this.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, John, shout out to you and your wife and your
What
child.
if his name's not John?
It was John. He told us. I
promise?
remember this.
Okay.
I mean, now I'm making me doubt everything because you said
Great.
that.
John from Portland.
John, if you're John from Portland
Shout
who
out
told
to
us
your
about your
wife.
wife suffering, please write us in and let us know if we're labeling your name as completely incorrect.
And please let us know what your wife is saying whenever we bring her up for like the
I would
8th
love to know
time on
her
this
name
podcast.
if that was possible, actually,
I don't
because
wa-
it would be fun to shout
We're
that out.
erasing her name.
Yeah. Believe
Anyway.
women, as you always say.
Believe. Oh, are you kidding? I always say believe, man. You know me.
You do always say believe men. I know.
Misogynist, Hannah Hillam. Okay. So the Great Seal bug, I mentioned that it was invented by a Russian inventor named Leon Theremin, and how it was like crazy good for its time, and there was nothing like it. And if you guys want to hear about how he invented this spy thing, that's last 2 episodes ago. But today I'm going to be talking about himself, Leon Theremin. And
Okay.
how he went from like Russian big brain boy. What are the
Big brain, bisexual boy boss brain.
I don't think he's well.
Prodigy?
He might be bisexual. Prodigy. He went from child prodigy to working for the KGB and inventing spying technology for them. So
KGB.
the KGB.
Yep.
KGB.
KGB.
So he was called the Soviet Edison.
He sucks.
Which I think is super unfair because that's rude. He's more like because he's just Theremin.
Oh, he's
okay?
a thief, is what you're saying.
Right. He steals.
He took
No,
credit
actually,
for other people's work. Yeah. Okay. Great.
He is like the anti-Edison, honestly, because he's like anti-capitalist. He's like, we should invent things for the people. He was very like socialist, like you know, forward-thinking. He loved Lenin, not the Beatles. I mean, maybe he did. I don't know.
He was not into Paul at all. He was super
Paul
into
was
Lennon.
too baby-faced for him. He liked a little bit of an older.
He was like maybe George a little bit, but not as
Yeah.
much. I'm definitely full of John.
He'll
all the
settle
way.
with George if he has to.
Yeah, but Lennon's
Ringo?
that's his boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
I
even
know.
bring up Ringo.
No. Even though, I mean, that's my opinion. Ringo's the best one. None of it matters. So he was very into he's a very Bolshevik-minded guy. So
Okay. Yeah, the glasses. Everyone's got the glasses.
everyone's got those round the glasses, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
You're not a real socialist unless you have like old-timey
Or
Harry
communist.
Potter
Yeah.
glasses.
Every time you see like a vox pop of like people on the street, it's
Yeah.
always like the communist shows up. He's always wearing the glasses.
Those
He's always got
tiny
the
little
same
glasses.
style. They all look the same. It's like standard
Why is
issue.
that?
I don't know, honestly. I think it's like, you'd think that they would have come up with a different frame for glasses like over the past 100 years. Nope.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, glasses have kind of remained the same the entire time. I guess once you invent something that works. Anyway, Theremin, he was born Lev Theremin in St. Petersburg, Russia in 1896.
Cool. Lev Theremin or
Theremin.
That is kind of an awesome name, I'm going to say. Lev Theremin is kind of like a good,
right?
It's a solid sounding. I mean, like, imagine being called Lev Theremin. Just be like,
That's an awesome
don't mess
name.
with that guy. I'm like,
Lev Theremin,
tear your ass in half.
He'll break your kneecaps.
Yeah.
If you, like, he's like Russian mafia kind of.
He's going to show up with his glasses and beat the shit out of you.
He's like, those glasses may look wimpy, but he's not. He will kill you.
Lev Themin, don't mess with him.
Lev Themin was born. I mean, he ended up anglicizing into Leon Theremin, which is fine.
So it's not as cool.
Gentler, but
yeah.
So Lev was born in 1896. He had one sister, and he was like middle class, upper middle class, and he was obsessed with like the new burgeoning electricity, like how everyone was trying to get into electricity and how it was being implemented in homes and all across. Like,
it was a big deal.
It was a huge
really
deal.
Cool. Yeah.
I've mentioned it before. As like, just think about the idea of like we went from having like no light at night to having light. Like, that's
crazy.
Nuts.
Yeah.
It's magic. So everyone
it's
was
like sun, but at night. It's just
right.
like insane. Yeah.
It changed everything so thoroughly that we can't even imagine a time before it. So he was obsessed with electricity and electronics and trying to figure stuff out and electromagnetism. And so by his last year of high school, he had his own lab in his house.
Whoa.
Where he'd like mess around with high frequency circuits and magnetic fields. And he, at one point in college, he went to college for physics. And at one point he went to this like dissertation defense by this other physicist named Abram Yaffe, who was like specializing in electromagnetism. And he was like, I like what this guy's saying. I kind of want to get like deeply into this. And he ended up building a 1,000,000-volt Tesla coil in his free time in college. He was just like, oh, yeah, I'll try it out. This Tesla guy has some. Yeah. And as well as he like messed around with like light spectrum and how that interfered with electromagnetism and like big brain science boy things that I genuinely can barely grasp. So I'm not going to try.
Okay. Yeah.
He also played the cello. He was a very good musician. So this guy, Abram Yaffe, had this like lab, and he actually ended up going to work for Abram Yaffe a little while later, helping him with all this stuff. So, but before that happened, he had to go to war because World War II was happening. And
because you got to go to war first.
Patriotic.
You can't do work until you did war first.
Go die in a field somewhere. And if you don't, then you can invent a listening device. So before he could even finish college, he was like, oh, I got to go to war. And they're like, you're not built to fight. Like, let me send you a picture of this guy. You'll see why he's not a soldier.
You can't do war.
Yeah. So here he is on the here he is on the right.
Oh, look at him.
He literally has
guy is a
big old
physics
brain.
PhD. Let me tell you about that.
Right.
This is I can tell you this as a person whose father was a chemist and physics PhD.
Oh.
So all my dad's coworkers were physics and PhD dorks.
Looks like that.
Yeah, they all wear the same outfit. It was all like button-down shirts tucked into like pleated pants with like New Balance shoes, and they were all like weird off colors. And they were all dorky and had glasses, and they were all really smart, and they were all like just nice dorky guys.
Well, he was not fit to be a soldier, but they were like, "Whoa, you're really good at electricity or whatever." Can you? There's this new thing called radio that we're really trying to like figure out. Be in charge of building a radio station for the army.
Nice.
And he was like, absolutely. All I ever want to do is that. That's just like his dream come true. So he spent 3 years in Saratov, Russia, building this radio station with like this gigantic tower, like antenna to connect.
Feel like that's probably the best possible outcome that this guy could have had, because you're like, I don't want to kill anyone, but I also don't want to like not help.
Yeah.
But then you're like, you actually get to be placed into something that like, this is what you're good at.
That you'd be doing anyway.
You have the resource. Yeah, right. You'd be doing anyway. And also we're going to throw the resources of the army behind you.
Right.
To like help you build this. Like, that's awesome.
He loved it. And it was to make sure that, because Saratov is like very remote, kind of right in the middle. It's near the Volga region, which you might recognize from the Viking episode. The Volga
Clearly,
Vikings.
because I remember many things, and I will definitely remember
everything.
what that was.
And Onfim, that little boy whose homework
I remember
we
Onfim.
found.
Yes, I do remember that.
All from the same region. just
Okay.
different times. So
That's kind of
he's-
funny that all
Isn't
these
that weird?
tabs really in there in the same spot. Is it a very big area?
It's large, yeah. So I
Okay.
wouldn't say they're right on top of each other, but the Volga River was a long time was a trade route that went, across Russia, across parts of Russia, and people settled on the banks of it. And so Onfim was there. And anyway, over the years, now there's a huge radio tower. Well, he's
Nice.
building this huge radio tower, maybe on top of Onfim's homework. I don't know. I just love the
The
idea
Onfim
of
Tower.
the Onfim Tower. So he builds this like thing for the army, and it's for 3.5 years he works there.
Nice.
And until 1919, which is when the White Army starts advancing on the area. It's the Russian Civil War. And the White Army advanced on the area, and they wanted to capture the station, because if they could capture that station, they're like, oh, we got this, So Theremin did what anyone would do, and he blew it up with explosives.
Naturally. Well, they didn't want them to get it, right? They're
No.
like, if they get this tech, everything gets ruined.
Everything. So he
A real artist, I have to say. He's not precious about it.
He was going to say, I was like, that's the real deal. He knows. He knows
He's
he
like,
can
I
build
could just
it
make it again. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So he they got what they needed, and then he detonated all these explosives and just like blasted this antenna away.
Kind of would have
So-
been awesome to be, as much as it was heartbreaking, it probably was also super fun.
Probably was really cool to watch, right?
Yeah.
So
Destruction's
the
an
war,
important part of creation. Don't forget. Yeah.
no, it really is, and it's
Yeah.
something I think is really important for everyone out there who creates. Be okay destroying things and redoing them.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to kind of like flee a little bit, because he was like, oh, this is, I don't want to work here anymore. Like, so he gets hired by his old buddy, Abram Yaffe, the physicist he went and listened
The
to.
Yoth.
The Yoff, Yoff, dude. So he worked at some physical technical institute. So it's like a college for smart people.
Yeah, whatever.
And,
Sounds like some shit my dad would have loved. I don't know.
I know. Hey, your dad, listen. Tell him to listen to this. He'll be like, she got none of it right. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Why are you friends with this person? So he and Yaffe were working on high frequency electrical oscillations. Okay, so I'm going to say
that
the
just
next
sounds like
part
code
of
word
this,
for kissing, basically,
they're
as you would
making
say.
out. Everyone kisses in this podcast. Come on, hold off on the kissing. We're going to get
Okay.
to someone who maybe actually.
All
So-
right.
This next part is word for word, shamelessly from Wikipedia, because I don't know how else to explain it. So
Okay.
he ended up inventing something that resembles what would become the modern day security alarm. So like
Okay.
a touchless, like when you interact with the what is it?
Tripwire? What are you talking about?
No, it's
Radar.
all touch. You don't touch it at all. It's just like it's a motion sensor, like an early
yeah.
motion sensor security alarm. By building this high frequency oscillator to measure the gases with high precision, whatever. So he keeps messing around with this, and he starts to realize like this antenna he has, when he moves his hand in front of it, it makes sound, and then he can kind of start making musical notes
Whoa.
if he moves his hands in different ways. He realizes that like I don't even have to touch this thing. I can just move my fingers in a certain way. Yep.
Shredding.
Invisible guitar. First air guitar.
I was going to say, this is how the air guitar competition was born.
And he got like obsessed with this. He was like, hang on. I want to see if I can like play a song. Because
Yeah.
this just sounds like something I would do.
He's
Be
like,
I don't- the only song Russians know.
That's the only one I know.
So he's messing with it, and he starts adding more like circuits to it and tries to figure it out. And it ends up being this thing. I'll send you a picture. You can kind of see the inside of it here. This is the closest I could get to an inside picture.
Okay.
But it's got a bunch of like coils and light bulbs and
Sure.
and,
Looks electric to me.
Yep, it is. And then here he is playing it. So he called this.
Oh, look at this. He's got a tuxedo on. He's
got a
fancy.
tuxedo on. Yeah. So he wanted to make these notes on this what he knew in the cello. He wanted to transfer it to this, and he showed everyone in the lab. And Yaffe was like, "Bro, this is actually insane. I've never seen anything like this. You should keep going with this." So he calls it the ether phone, and he starts playing it. He adds this like horizontal, because you can see it looks like a little television set box without the screen.
Yeah. It's
And
got like a weird, like smushed circular antenna on
Yeah.
the side, and then one going straight up on the top.
Yes, the vertical one controls the notes, and then the horizontal one controls the volume. So
Okay.
you have to kind of, like the trick you do where you pat your head and rub your stomach at the same time.
I've been told, that it's not possible to do it.
This is pretty much what that is, where it's like,
Okay.
It's actually really hard to do, but he starts to master it and he's able to play music on it.
Nice.
And he starts performing and everyone goes insane about this because it looks like you're doing a magic trick.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll send you a video later. We'll watch a little video of someone playing it, but it looks like someone's like doing magic. And so everyone freaks out. And Lennon, the leader of Russia or whatever.
The leader of the Beatles, yeah.
And the Beatles, John Lennon, caught wind of this new performer going around. And he's like, that sounds cool. I like electronics. Can you bring him in?
We'd like to put him into the Beatles, please.
Can you be the fifth member?
Yeah.
The fourth.
Would you like to write a song with me? I'm tired of working with Paul.
Paul's like, what the hell, dude? Yeah. Wait, what is
Finally,
Lennon's
I
name?
can push him out. Yoko,
Oh, Vladimir
look.
Lenin. Idiot.
So Lenin, Vladimir Ilyich Ulyanov. Yeah, it's Big Lebowski. You won't know what I'm talking about.
Okay. That. Vladimir Lenin was like,
yes.
I love electronics. Like, 'cause he was like this like electronics nerd.
Straight up, yeah. Electronic. He was on Depeche Mode and like Kraftwerk back in the day. He's like,
none of that
bro,
would
did
exist?
you get the new Aphex Twin record like before anybody else did?
You kind of beat me to that. I was going to say none of that music would exist if it weren't for Vladimir Lenin being
Interesting.
like, yeah. So he brings him in and he's like, this is cool. Play some songs. And of course, being like this like devout, patriotic guy, Theremin is like, oh, yeah, all right. Like very nervous. And they go in there and he plays for Lennon and Lennon's like,
He's all pew, 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 pew.
and Lennon's like, yeah. And then they start kissing.
He's all
Well,
he's doing
maybe.
a robot the whole time.
They just invented an entirely new. I want that animated. I want to draw that.
I just want Lennon being like,
Mm-hmm.
right, like bobbing his head, wearing the headphones, just being like, yes, like a real producer, like
good.
behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh, bring up the mid,
But I was gonna say,
bring up the hi hat. Yeah,
it was the 1920s equivalent of that. So he's in this office
putting
with
on
Lennon.
the Ritz or something. He's
And-
listening to.
Serious. Well, Lennon's like obsessed with it. He's like, "Can I try it?"
Nice.
And so this is my favorite part, like the pottery scene in Ghost. Theremin, so, I'm not kidding. Theremin places his hands on Lennon's hands and guides him to playing this song on the theremin or the ethophone or whatever.
It's so romantic.
It's beautiful, and
Beautiful,
he realizes that Lennon is actually really good at this, and he doesn't
I thought you were
need
going to
help.
say he realizes that Lennon has the softest hands he's ever touched.
They're like a child's hands.
He's got this
Ew.
outer exterior that's so rough and gruff, but when you touch his hands,
those
it's like
hands,
silk.
They're
Much
the
like
hands
his
of
heart.
an artist.
Yes,
They're the
exactly
hands
as
of
my
an
mom would
artist.
say.
That's exactly. You have the hands of an artist. So soft, his little soft physicist hands are touching his little soft communist leader's hands, and he's like, "This is how you play it." And then this is where I imagine Lennon fell deeply in love with Theremin.
Fan fiction. Here we go.
And they're kissing.
Torrid love
okay.
affair.
Just disgust. It's disgusting, actually. They
Really?
No, I don't know. I'm making it up. So Lennon's like, I can actually play this. So he teaches him to play it and he plays it. And Lennon's all super excited and happy with himself and like proud. Like, look at me. I played the invisible machine or whatever. So he's like, you have to go tour because this is awesome. Everyone needs to see Russia's
I got
new...
you a van.
He's like his tour
Get some
manager now.
roadies. Yeah, basically. He's just like, I booked you like 17 different gigs across the country. You're all going to pile into this van. It's a Ford Econoline. There's not going to get much sleep.
not
But
gonna
you
be
know what?
great,
You got to do it
but-
for the love of the game. It's all about the music. You guys.
Here's
That's
some
what you gotta
uppers
do.
so you can actually
Yeah.
perform well.
Just like the Beatles. It's perfect.
Just like the Beatles. Can't wait till Leon Theremin is in his Hare Krishna phase. So he sets up this tour, and Lennon, being smart, is also like, we're going to hire you to spy on everybody while you're going on this tour.
Smart move. Yeah.
Smart. So he's going around Europe. He's going around, playing his new instrument, which is then called the theremin, or the theremin, named after him. And in America, everyone just like loses their mind over this.
Oh, so he's touring in the States. He's not touring around Russia. He's going straight up like world tour.
He went world tour. So he went all around
Whoa.
Europe, and then he went over to the States. And the papers were just like, this is magic. I've never seen anything like this.
This is why the Russians were so good at this shit,
They're
and the
so much
Americans
smarter
were
than
not.
us,
Like,
dude.
Jesus,
They were spying on us in the 20s.
Yeah, game recognizes game, man. These guys knew what they were doing.
They knew what they were doing, and we were just like, oh, whoa, because at that point,
oh my God, Theremin, oh, here's all my data. Oh, here you go.
You take everything.
Yeah,
spy on me. Who cares?
You know what?
They
yeah,
are.
Exactly.
But we just
Facebook, here you go, Meta. Here's my credit card information, and follow me to every single website that I go to. Thanks.
That clown laugh you just did was amazing. That's a Krusty the Clown laugh right there. Yeah. So he's in the U.S. and he's only supposed to be there for the tour, but he just doesn't leave. So
he's having the best time. This is what, 1920s?
Yeah, mid-1920s, because
this is like the peak of jazz music. Like shit's going down.
Well, everyone's really open to being weird with things, and it's like, you know, between the two wars where everyone's like, yeah, let's not wear corsets, and hey, let's play jazz.
Charleston, yeah, exactly.
Let's do drugs like snuff and stuff.
Let's drink secretly. Yeah, everyone's having their crazy
having a blast.
Yeah. Sounds like a good time.
Speakeasies, and he's over there just having a blast, right?
Yeah.
Other people are like, I want to play this thing. And so he's like, yeah, it's easy. He wanted it to be like available to like the common man, you know, like this can be played by anyone, and it's electronics. He had this very Soviet idea of like, let's spread this around and, you know, not charge a ton of money for it. But he quickly found out that America is not the Soviet Union, and capitalism exists, and capitalism's a harsh mistress.
Ruthless, yeah.
And so he starts selling these, and people soon find out that they are not easy to play, and they are not cheap. Mm-hmm. So he kind of has this like slump. So he's like, I'll go back to my roots. I'll start making security systems again. And he then has a security company who Alcatraz hires to do their like very early metal detectors.
Whoa.
And same with Sing Sing Prison. They also hired his company.
Where is
so he's
Sing Sing
making
Prison? I don't know.
Sing Sing is in New York. It's like the Alcatraz of the East Coast. It's horrible and brutal.
I don't know anything about Sing Sing. I've actually never even heard of it.
Oh, I know a lot about it because there was that Sing Sing riot that was like one of the biggest in the country, and it went on for like days and days. And
sounds like a tab.
It does. It's sad though. A lot of death.
As opposed to all the other upbeat tabs that we tend to do, with, like, you know, mass deaths and stuff.
I never talk about death.
Sing Sing, putting that in the back of my mind. I can't believe I don't know it.
Yeah, it's an interesting prison. So he's like giving them like tech for their guards and stuff, and it's like top of the line. No one's had this, and he's making some money there. And he's also getting to know this woman named Clara Rockmore.
Rockmore. And she's like, you gotta rock more, bro. You gotta get back to playing music. Enough of this metal detector shit.
This theremin, this metal detector cello or whatever.
Yeah.
No, Clara starts playing the theremin, and she becomes one of the best theremin players in the world.
Nice.
And she's kind of like this darling, and he is in love with her. Absolutely crazy about her.
You're like, I created this thing, and then there's this woman who becomes the greatest at play. Obviously, you're going to be in love with her. You don't have a choice at that point.
No, she's perfect. Well, there was a little bit of an issue, and she was only 18, so that was But that picture I sent you of
which
him,
at that time, that's like, whoa, she's like old. She's too old for him at that point.
She's
right?
not 14. No thanks. Yeah. That picture I sent of him with that woman, that is Clara.
Oh, I see.
That's at her 18th birthday party. Which
listen,
he made
by today's standards.
Yeah, I know.
Sadly, that's higher than most people in office today.
At least he waited till she was legal. I don't know.
Oh, I hate everything.
It's bad.
It's
She's
so
still
awful.
A child. So, but the thing
how
is,
old is he at this time? I'm sorry.
He's like in his 30s.
In his 30s.
Yeah. And he had a wife at some point that he ended up divorcing.
Oh, he had already been married. Interesting.
He'd already been married, and he was married to a fascist who he was like, I'm no longer going to be married to you because you're a fascist.
Yeah.
So he and Clara and a bunch of other people too were also really into this instrument. So there became this kind of like group of people who were known to play it and tour the country. But Clara was the best. Clara was incredible. So I'm going to send you a video of Clara playing just so you can see kind of what this looks like. So this is her later in life.
I was like, it looks just like a piano.
Yeah, it starts the piano. But there's Clara.
It is so weird.
Yeah.
It literally
notice
is just
how
like
she's-
air cello. Is
Yeah,
what it looks, you're
she's
right.
not
That's exactly
touching
what it looks like.
anything.
No.
And
She's holding her hands
up.
up like this and going
And you can see that her body is completely still. Because that was the trick, is that you couldn't move at all unless you're
Yeah, because
moving
anytime
just
that you
your
move
hands.
anything, it would probably throw the
Yeah.
notes off and stuff.
And I heard it described as a cello being played through like a straw. Kind of like it's an odd. It sounds like a voice plus a cello. Anyway,
It's bizarre.
isn't that weird?
It also sounds like sound effects or music whenever there's like aliens in a TV show or like a movie or something.
Ding, ding, ding. Okay, we're gonna pause it. It's funny that you say that because all those alien sound effects are actually theremins.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's what it ended up being used for the most, which is like.
It sounds outer, but I don't know if it sounds that way because that's my association with it now because it's been in so much media where like that's
Right.
always been the sound effect, or if I would have thought that necessarily otherwise. But it's really cool.
Isn't it crazy? So it's like this,
It is.
and you can see that she is extremely graceful with it, and
She's very focused.
very good, and it's just a weird instrument. So she gets really good at it. He's in love with her. She's never really been into him, and she's kind of like, okay, dude, whatever. I'm gonna marry someone else, and it ruins him. And he's living in this brownstone that he's like borrowing from some friends who are like way into the theremin. They're like, you can just live in our house. What?
Wait, sorry. I thought you said they get married.
No, he never marries Clara.
Oh, wasn't that? Oh, I thought that picture that you sent was. Oh, was that not?
No,
wedding?
at
It
her
looked like
at her
a wedding
18th
dress.
birthday.
Oh, she's. You know what it is? She's wearing like a V something or other. It looked like a wedding dress. And also
think
they got
everyone
blue ears
just-
on. And he's wearing a tuxedo, so it fully looked like a wedding photo. I
I think
sorry.
they just dressed up for everything.
I
No,
guess
he
that's
wanted
true,
to
yeah.
marry her so bad. She just
She
was
like, "No,
never
thanks." She
into
wasn't into
him.
it. Okay.
Yeah, and he that was hard for him because he
Yeah.
was obsessed with her. And I could easily see her being just like, "Hey, buddy, I love this instrument. I'm 18.
Not you. Yeah.
Maybe not. I'm not into this." They also bonded because they're both Russian. So she was a Russian immigrant. So he was living in this brownstone at the time, and he lived in New York for like 13 years.
Mhm.
And not legally, first of all. He just kept renewing his visa every 2 months for 13 years. And that was legal, but it was just a hassle.
Yeah.
So he would also invent all these other crazy things while living in New York, like a TV, and it was in color. So this was before I've talked about
Whoa.
Philo T. Farnsworth invented the TV, the guy who lived in my house growing up.
Right.
He's
Made
the one
of
who
lead.
kind of made of lead, all of it. I love lead paint. Tastes good, you know?
We
lead
love
paint
lead,
tastes
Michael.
good. But this guy, he invented his own kind of TV where he could in color, where you could be filming something downstairs and it would be showing on a screen upstairs
Mhm.
through electromagnet. I honestly
Like
don't
broadcast
understand it.
television is what it sounds like initially.
Yeah, but he never
Yeah.
did anything with it. He was like, "Isn't that cool?" And everyone's like, "Yeah, that's dope."
Yeah.
And he started inventing these like electric cellos and violins, and all these other musicians were in there like pitching in. It sounded really fun, kind of like this hangout. And let's invent some crazy stuff. And at this time, he also invented an instrument that you could play with your whole body by dancing, touchless. So
Dance-a-nomaton. Dance-a-tomaton.
seriously, it's like Dance Dance Revolution, but like way harder and worse. And
Yeah.
it's the sensors. And so he had these dancers come in and try it out and try to learn it. And it was it's just that song again over and over. And this young dancer named Lavinia Williams caught his eye. And he was like, okay. And they hit it off. And she was one of the dancers that was like, this thing actually sucks and I can't use it, but you're hot. And the thing about Lavinia is that Lavinia was a black woman. And this was 1927. And they fell in love. And they got
Controversial for the
married.
time. Yeah.
And his friends dropped him.
Mm.
Nobody liked that.
Yep.
They thought he was committing professional suicide. They were just like, what are you doing? How could you do this? You're this physicist who's so smart. Why would you do this? And he's like, wait, what? Because in
What?
Russia, there wasn't that attitude of like, they didn't have that as much as
Mhm.
we did. And so he was kind of like disgraced a little bit for marrying this woman, which is so sad because anyway, in so many
'Cause
ways,
we don't
he
need to
was-
explain because it's obvious.
we don't have to
why it's
explain.
sad.
Yeah. It just sucks. And in so many ways, he was way ahead of his time. And that's one of them where he was like, but if I'm in love with her, why wouldn't I marry her?
What does it matter? Yeah.
And the theremin at this point was kind of waning in popularity because everyone's like, I can't really play this. And at this point, here's where the story gets kind of choppy because it's still
Okay.
classified, I think. He gets kidnapped, quote unquote, by the KGB from his studio.
Yeah, because he's still spying this whole time, or what?
Yes. This is where, like I said, it gets kind of like, I don't quite know what happened. So Lavinia was like, he's gone. He disappeared. I don't know where he is. She's really upset. Clara is like, we'll find him. They're talking to people. No one can find him. The people he lived with were like, yeah, we saw these Russians come in and like talk to him, and then he left. And no one sees him again. And he's just gone. So he's gone back to Russia. And there's this like thing in the German papers.
He's like Hopper at the end of season 3 of Stranger Things, just to bring it back to what's relevant.
Wow.
Right now.
Just gone. I've never seen season 3. So, wow. Why can't you
alert.
tailor every joke to me? So he disappears, and everyone thinks he's dead because there was a report in some paper that he died.
It's a reasonable assessment to make, because if you read in the paper that he's dead, everyone thinks he's dead.
Right. So we're going to put him on hold for a minute.
Yeah.
And Clara keeps playing. The Theremin gets less popular until, alien movies start getting made. And directors are like, this thing is weird enough to sound like outer space. And so they start using it for horror movies, alien movies. The Day the Earth Stood Still was one of them they used.
I was going to say, that was the one I would have thought would have been probably one of the first.
It was. And then a young man named Robert Moog.
Oh, the Moog? Is this the...
So Robert Moog is like 14, right? And he sees in this magazine how to build your own theremin. Because these electronics magazines were like kind of like hobbyist magazines. And he's like, that's awesome. And he was very much like Theremin in the way that he was this like boy genius all through high school, building, just obsessed with electronics. And he builds his own theremin, and he's like, this is awesome. And so he spends years just building theremins over and over, just different kinds, perfecting it, getting them better, until he explained that it was the starting point for inventing the synthesizer.
The Moog?
The very first commercially available synthesizer came about because Moog was obsessed with the theremin.
Nice.
And so we owe so much to this guy, Theremin. Just this, right? Salute. And Robert Moog was like, I mean, you knew his name. He's a massive name. The Beach Boys at one point, the song Good Vibrations, that part that's like, that's the theremin.
It is, okay.
This musicians start using
Moog's theremin specifically.
Yes, which is why Moog gets the credit, because at that point, Theremin himself had disappeared, and he was not mentioned
on it.
anymore. Yeah. And so everyone loves the theremin, and Clara's like, wait, stop using this for movies. I should be able to play Bach on it. And they're like, sorry, Clara, we're using this for space movies.
I hate it. They're all are haters on like film composing and like film sounds and scores.
It's incredible. So fast forward a little bit, and Clara goes back to Russia to show her husband around where she's from. And the day they get there, they run into a scientist, and they're like, this is a long shot, but you wouldn't happen to know if Leon Theremin's still alive. And the guy's like, oh.
Yeah, we all know each other, sure, just because I'm a scientist.
Literally what happened. He's like, I had lunch with him yesterday. She was like, wait, what? I was not expecting an answer. And she's like, can you tell him I'm here so we can meet up? And he's like, yeah, sure, but you have to do it in secret because you're American. So this is years and years and years later, and they meet up. And she's like, you're not dead. And he's like, yeah, but no one can know I'm alive. And she finds out that he's
There's NDAs that I've had to sign.
There's NDAs. Stalin really doesn't want me to talk about it.
Listen, this is part of the friend DA that I can tell you, but don't tell anybody else. Just don't record
friend
this.
DA. So it turns out he had been in prison for 7 years.
Whoa.
And his story was that he returned on his own voluntarily to Russia to help with the war effort.
Voluntarily.
Which was not the case. What probably happened was he got there, he was arrested. We don't know why. It's still classified. He was arrested and brought to a gulag where they were like mining gold. And again, they were like, you're not gold mining material, but you do have a good brain. So will you come and make a bunch of listening devices for us? So he was imprisoned in this like lab with a bunch of other scientists and told.
Sorry, how old is he at this point? He's like
in his 40s.
Oh, I thought he was
1896, and this was like 1940.
Okay, so it's not that much
1940s,
later.
Yeah, he spends like 7 to 10 years just making like these secret listening devices, electronics, like stuff for Stalin. And Stalin was like, "This guy's awesome.
This guy's the best. Bring him on."
And he makes that one that they end up putting inside the seal that spies on the Americans for 7 years.
Do you think that he stood behind Stalin and tried to put his hands on top of Stalin to guide him onto using it?
I think he felt guilty, but he did it.
I don't think the sparks were there as much.
You're not Lenin. The sparks.
Yeah,
Ooh,
exactly.
Electricity. And again, this is where it's like kind of iffy. We don't really know, but he then was like, and this goes later after Clara leaves. He then says later on in his life, he's like, I chose to keep working for the KGB. And I was like, I don't know.
Everyone always does.
Yeah.
They got good benefits, holiday pay. They give you a
You're
lot
not
of time
allowed to
off.
leave.
They've got, that's really good. They have childcare on premises so you can go check on your kids
for
while
the
you're working
children
there.
you have. And he ended up never seeing Lavinia again, his wife. He never ended up seeing
sad.
almost any of his friends again. He ended up getting married to another Russian woman, had 2 children.
Okay. Oh, he did? Okay.
He was quote unquote released in 1947. And that's when he was like, no, I'll volunteer to keep working.
Stay longer. Yeah.
And he ended up living to be 97.
Whoa.
He died in 1993.
Holy shit.
Isn't that crazy? And
He
died.
saw the fall of the Berlin Wall. He saw the whole thing.
He saw all of it. He saw the rise of the Russian Empire, the Soviet.
Soviet Union, the collapse.
He watched it rise. He watched it collapse.
And he's like, I'm out of here. I don't need to do anything else.
All while being like the godfather of electronic music.
It's a pretty cool life. Yeah. Oh, so he also got to see electronic music become the thing that it did.
He did. He watched the theremin turn into, become more like, I mean, if you think about that, there was nothing like that. Suddenly the synthesizer comes and everyone's like, whoa.
Amazing.
And they were all on, it was the 60s. They were all on acid and they were like, this is the perfect sound I've ever in the whole world.
He puts on Depeche Mode and he's like, yep. They don't do shit without me. That's right.
No,
so,
I am Depeche Mode.
Yeah, I am Depeche Mode.
So he ends up, just kind of living a quiet life. He has a daughter who gets really good at the theremin. He has a niece that gets really good.
He probably has a really good record collection, I imagine.
He probably does. He can't make out with Lennon anymore, but
sad.
No,
not unless he goes and slips under that glass case that Lennon's like being preserved.
Funny you say that because
whoa, okay.
There are rumors. So at one point back in like the 30s, one of his lab assistants dies. She was really young. It was really surprising. And he had it in his mind. He was like, don't cry, you guys. We'll figure out a way to revivify her with electricity. So he was actively
Frankenstein?
Yes. He actively wanted to try to bring people back to life using electricity, including, rumor has it, Lennon.
Of course.
And he was really bummed out, rumor has it, when they took Lennon's brain out. They were like, he was like, oh, I could never touch those supple hands again. So he had these weird, he was always kind of like, maybe we could bring people back to life. I don't know. And if you watch this, so this whole tab comes from this video I found on YouTube, the documentary that came out in 1993. That he died the day after it broadcast, and it won a bunch of stuff at Sundance, and he was like, went to Stanford and played and all this crazy stuff. Got to meet up with Clara again for the documentary and got to hear her play one more time. It was a really cool documentary. So
what's it called?
It is called Theremin, the Electric Odyssey.
Okay.
And I could not find it anywhere except for a really terrible copy on YouTube, which is fine, and that's going to be linked in the show notes. That's Theremin and
awesome.
His crazy life and how he literally changed music as we know it and spy technology as we know it.
Listen, you know what I'm thinking?
What?
I know that there was a Frankenstein remake that just came out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Guillermo del Toro. Not unfortunately, I just mean in terms of
you liked it, right?
Flooding the market. I actually haven't gotten a chance to see it because Sarah and I are waiting to go see it in the theater because they're doing a lot of FYC screenings and we just haven't been able to get into one that works out. Anyway, here's the story. This is the new movie. It's Theremin trying to revive and successfully doing it of Lennon's brain and putting it into his body like a Frankenstein. The entire soundtrack is all done with the Theremin.
Theremin? Theremin.
Theremin/Moog. It's all electronic.
Dude, that would be incredible.
And then Lennon's
Soviet era electronic.
And he comes back while in the middle of World War II and he dethrones Stalin.
He barges in and Stalin and Churchill are just like going at each other. And he's like, no.
He's all, that ass is mine. I'm just saying, anybody out there, if you want to give us money, we'll write that story and it'll have a great soundtrack. Get Vangelis to do the soundtrack.
I could picturing this actually sounds like an incredible movie. This would be an amazing movie.
I'm just saying, it would be amazing. Ooh. It's in there. The structure's already there. You already had it.
Man, Theremin.
Yeah.
But I will say, when you watch this documentary, Theremin is this kooky old man. They interview him and he's just like me and Sean were like, what is he saying? Like he was just like and then they would like laugh and smile and then just be like, it's just the people are just like, what? I couldn't understand a word he said, but it's worth watching. It's a really good one.
I will say Theremin. when you're that level of science, right? It's like the mad scientist thing. It's like it's an overlap with the artist where it's like you're so into some weird thing that you end up kind of coming off as like insane because your mind is thinking about something else at any given moment. Yeah, and I feel like
art and science.
Yeah, that's one of the things I've always loved about mad scientists. Where I'm like, you're just an artist, but like a science artist. That's all you are. I get it.
Exactly. And he was a science artist, which is why he was able to be like, what if I moved my hands a different way?
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. It truly is like there is the overlap that happens if you go far enough around on the circle.
Right. Because most scientists would be like, why would I do that? That has nothing to do with what I'm doing.
Right, because they're not science enough. Like once you really go deep into the science, that's when you go insane. And that's when you're like, now you're cooking. Yeah, now you're coming up with some wild shit.
Now you're reinventing music as we know it and spycraft.
Yeah, anyway. You got to go deeper into it.
That was
awesome.
A little long. Yeah,
no, I loved it. It was really fun. You really had a handle on that one. It was really enjoyable.
I've had 3 weeks to work on it, which is we need researchers.
We do need researchers. In fact, if you're interested in having us get researchers, you should go ahead and subscribe to the Patreon, which is on, you guessed it, patreon.com/500opentabs. We probably have some things that have been cut out from this section so far. You can go get some of those exclusives that are available behind that paywall. Also, if you just like our show and you want us to continue doing it and not fail at it and to get Hannah a researcher maybe one day, go ahead and sign up
and
tell people. Also, I guess mine too, but the point is if you can sign up for the Patreon or if you could share this podcast with anybody, let people know if you've played a Moog. Listen, I got a feeling that a lot of people who've listened to this podcast have at least familiar with the Moog and
any of that.
Yeah, and the Theremin stuff. Share this with them.
Please
share
do.
The Patreon.
Anyway, see you guys on the Patreon.
Yeah, see you on the Patreon.
I just put up a Kaveh ear reveal.
What the hell was that?
That's the video that was yesterday.
I didn't even see
this. Of you taking off your headphones and me being like, he has ears. That's on the Patreon.
Ear reveal? That sounds like am I an ear slut? What the hell is that?
Yes, I was making it sound like an OnlyFans.
Interesting. I don't even remember.
Look, maybe you should go on the Patreon. Maybe you'll have control over
it.
I make fun of you.
You know what? I'm going to go sign up on the Patreon. I don't even know what's on there.
I make fun of you a lot. I mean,
is half the Patreon just stuff where I'm just being an idiot and you're laughing at me?
Yeah, I did the Kazoinks Taharian Tiny Desk concert.
What did I do there?
Last week you played the guitar and said kazoinks a bunch. It's not good. It's not good. It's just that I thought it was like a Tiny Desk concert. And then
This is a great what's the word? Endorsement of the Patreon. Yeah. I don't even know about these things, but it sounds like it's fun.
It's fun.
Slice of life kind of stuff about what it takes to put on a podcast.
Yeah, it's messy.
Life is messy.
Life is extremely messy. What do you have for me today?
Okay, thank you for that wonderful tab. So my tab today comes, I think, from a historical Instagram account or something. I'm pretty sure that my friend Chuck sent me this. I don't quite remember because everybody exchanges so many different memes and posts all the time that it's hard to go back and find it. But I'm pretty sure that's where I found this first.
Okay.
So from the little blurb, I went down a rabbit hole and I learned everything that I could about today's topic. So these days, it feels like there are way too many South Africans trying to anoint themselves as Emperor of the United States.
I'm sick of it. I, for one, won't have it anymore.
Listen, you got David Sachs, you got Peter Thiel, and of course, everyone's favorite piss-drinking trillionaire, Eglon.
Eglon Musk, dude.
Eglon. These guys they want to be Emperor of the States. That's what they want. They want to take it over. But as we all know,
South Africa, maybe make some do some things that don't make it look like you recently had an apartheid state. Maybe go get away from that a little bit. We're getting there with recognizing Palestine as a state, as its own country, but otherwise let's just lay off the racism. Go on.
Yeah, but as we all know, those bitches, they ain't shit but hoes and tricks.
You're right.
Those three in particular.
Always what I think about Elon Musk.
But listen, there was only ever one true South African who had what it took to become the emperor of these United States. And coincidentally, he also came to prominence in the San Francisco Bay Area. Unlike Eglon, this emperor wasn't the richest man in the world, or the supposed smartest, or even the most housed. However, he had something that Eglon will never, ever, ever, ever have or experience in his entire miserable life. You know what it was?
Friends?
People actually liked this man.
He doesn't have to make an AI girlfriend to say I love you to him?
Or an AI to help roast people at parties for him.
Oh.
So go and grab some new clothes, because today I'm going to be telling you the heartwarming story about how nearly 175 years ago, a man named Joshua Abraham Norton declared himself, quote, Emperor of these United States, and how pretty much everyone in San Francisco was like, sure, okay, why not?
Always been this way. San Francisco, man. Okay.
Because despite the narratives that right-wing media is always trying to push, we Bay Area natives love a good homeless weirdo. And
yeah.
while no one's advocating that homelessness is a good thing or something you should aspire to necessarily, there are still people with lives and stories, and that's part of the makeup of the city. Or at least it used to be before all these pants-shitting VCs and tech bros ruined real estate for everybody. But I digress. Back to the tab. Have you heard of him before?
I have this tab open.
Do you really?
I almost chose it a few weeks ago.
No shit.
Yeah. But here's the thing. I don't know anything about it. I just had seen maybe the same thing, where I'd seen a little blurb about it and was like, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
But that's as much as I know. I'm delighted right now.
Good.
This is so
I love
exciting.
It. Almost. It's like we're like a couple planes who have still not crashed in midair yet.
We will.
We've come very close at some point. And it still hasn't happened, but
it hasn't happened. But this is I'll get to go I have to go close this tab today, so that's nice.
Well, assuming I do an okay enough job, I might be doing a terrible job.
You will.
I gotta do a better one. So anyway, I know you'll take this as a challenge, Hannah, but there is no birth record for Joshua Abraham Norton. Mm-hmm. However,
sure.
I love this. However, Jewish circumcision records in the UK suggest.
What? They have records?
I guess. Suggests that he was born in Deptford, southeast London in February 1818.
Oh, no. It's way better than a birth certificate.
I guess.
Can you just bring your foreskin?
I guess I didn't realize that there were circumcision records that were separate from birth records, which I just think is, listen, no shade. It just is a funny thing to be according to circumcision records, going back 200 years.
The more records we have of anything in any way is good.
This dick snip happened in 1818. This guy didn't get a dick snip. So at 2 years old, his parents emigrated to South Africa as part of a group called the 1820 Settlers. Have you heard of them before?
I don't know.
This was a group of people who were exported by the Brits to Cape Colony as a way to flex against the, I believe, Xhosa people. Yeah. Is how you pronounce it?
That's
guess
what
there's
Google's saying.
Click of some sort in the name. I'm not even going to pretend that I have any idea how to pronounce it, so apologies. But the British, being the delightful little scamps that they always are, had seized all their cattle and land and began, they sparked a bunch of wars. So again, not much is known about his early life, but his dad was like a white farmer, and while he wasn't an emerald mine owner or anything, they seemed to live a decent life. And he left South Africa at the age of 27 and headed to America with a little bit of money in his pocket. And he lived in a few spots across the country as he made his way west, eventually arriving in San Francisco by around 1850.
Right after the gold rush, huh?
I think it's right at as it's starting to crest.
Oh, you're right. Because they were the 49ers. Yeah, the 49ers.
He gets into San Francisco, and as soon as he's there, he's just like, listen, I'm going to go get a mission burrito. I'm going to get a burger from Nations. I'm going to get a sausage and cheese zombie. I'm going to get some Itsits.
Get a tattoo from Sanchez Taco.
Exactly. I'm going to slam it all down with a Pete's Coffee. I'm going to go visit Alcatraz. He's going to do all the San Francisco things.
I want an Itsit so bad right now.
I'm surprised that you did know what an Itsit was. I'm so happy that you did remember.
I'm from here. I love Itsits.
I don't know.
Sorry,
you don't know some things randomly that I would think you would know.
No, Itsits. I'm married to a person who loves ice cream. Probably more than your wife.
That's true. You are married to a person who'd be obsessed with it. I haven't had an Itsit in 20 years probably.
They're good. They
still
were
really
the
best.
Good.
They
make
them
mini
when I was
ones
a kid.
now.
You can buy them actually even better. I kind of like that you can just
because the big ones you're like, how do I unhinge my jaw?
Yeah. I'm just I just need a little taste of an Itsit. I don't need an entire Itsit because I'm in my 40s and God knows it'll destroy my entire body.
It'll kill you.
Yeah. A little Itsit. What about zombies? Did you ever have zombies at your high school? You probably never did.
I didn't go to high school here.
Oh, that's true. That's an East Bay thing. So shout out to everybody from the East Bay who knows what a zombie is. Absolutely.
What is a zombie?
A zombie is it's disgusting, but it's so good. It's just like a butter roll with American cheese inside of it that oozes out when you bite into it. It's so bad for you. It's so bad for you. Just wretched, but they're the best.
Wretched. Quote, and it's in quotes. This is wretched.
Right. No, this is something where you have to eat it fresh, and if you leave it out for like longer than 30 seconds after it's been out of the oven. It just becomes rock hard, like it's petrified wood or something.
Like,
it's so
like In-N-Out fries.
Yeah, it's like 30 times worse. It's so bad for you.
Wow.
Anyway,
I could
whatever.
go for one of those right now.
That's what Norton wants. He wants to eat he wants to eat a zombie as soon as he comes. Anyway, so Norton Antivirus, he bought some buildings and he made them into storage warehouses and whatnot.
I'm here for it. I got to get on them. We're doing this. Okay. Let's see. What else you got?
I actually couldn't think of that many Norton
there isn't many
derivatives for this one. All I could think of was Norton Antivirus, maybe Edward Norton.
Norton, yeah.
Or there's Norton from The Honeymooners. Is that what it's from?
I don't know.
Like,
I'm not
too deep
80.
of a reference for you. Yeah, you're not like me. Anyway, he buys buildings and he turns them into storage warehouses. And then something fantastic happens to him.
Okay.
In 1851, 2/3 of San Francisco catches fire and burns down.
What?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't know about this either. I always thought of the other great San Francisco fire. Apparently there was another one like 60 years before.
Apparently, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure that every major city has burned completely down at least once.
That's true. I think so.
Everything was wood, and we had open flame in all of our houses.
We didn't have firefighting technology the way we do now. So, I mean,
Although,
Los Angeles burned earlier this year.
Right. Although I will say I learned the other day that back with old wood, it takes like 17 minutes for a house to be inescapable.
Really?
But with new materials, it's 3 minutes. So
it's worse.
It's worse because there's so many synthetic materials in our building supplies now.
Microplastics and everything.
We have to get out of the house immediately. Back in the day, you could have 15 to 17 minutes.
Take a little nap, right?
That's my PSA, everybody. Take a nap.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So don't bring anything. Just get out.
Just get out. Yeah. So 2/3 of the city burns down. It's all a mess. No one can get any of the goods they need. However, by an incredible stroke of luck, Norton's buildings remained untouched.
Oh.
And in them, he has all kinds of inventory and thus makes a killing as the city is being rebuilt.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
It's pure luck. It's pure luck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And next thing you know, he's rich as shit and he's drinking like champagne at Gary Danko and paying a small fortune to park his car in Union Square all day while he shops at Neiman Marcus.
Just take Muni. Don't park down there.
No, that's what he can do. This he can afford that. Do you know how much
enough.
it costs to park in Unions? It costs like
it's
like a mortgage, basically.
I would never do that.
That's so expensive. And for a moment, everything's Gucci. He's hobnobbing with the rich. He's rubbing shoulders. He's like, the Freemasons are like, ooh, who's this guy? He's so good. And he's got all this money and he's like making all the friends in the right places. He's doing well.
Nice.
Until December of 1852.
A year later, 2 years later.
About a year and a half later or something. Much like me, Norton also has his very own rice emergency.
Oh, no. What did he do?
So his mill dries up.
You don't want to be on the other end of a rice emergency with Kaveh, okay? I'll say that right now. You don't want to be there because he starts just giving you one-word answers. His face is like whiter than mine.
I'm like the opposite of the Incredible Hulk, where instead of getting gigantic and green, I become weak. Tiny and white and weak. And I'm like, Hulk smash, need rice.
And I always know because of the answers. I'll be like, hey, blah, blah, blah. You're just like, I don't know.
It's true. I really do just get immediately pale. When
Fall apart.
Yeah. Anyway. It's very bad. And for some reason, rice is the only thing that picks me back up, as we've mentioned. I've mentioned many times on this in this season, I believe. I feel like I brought up rice like 10 times.
Yeah, because you've only talked about Asian restaurants.
And Persian rice occasionally. I just love rice so much.
Because rice is delicious.
It's the greatest thing that's ever existed. It's so much. It's so great.
It's going to be okay.
Okay.
You'll always have rice.
I just love rice. Not all the time. So his mill dries up. This is one of the things that he's selling because I guess I didn't get into it, but there was some Chinese crop failure that happened that caused like another random famine of some sort. And so the price of rice had climbed from 4 to, get this, 36 cents a pound.
Whoa. That like quintuple. I don't know how to do math. That's a lot. Yeah. I'm not going to get there. I'm giving up. Why would I even try?
It's insane. It's like 8 times the price goes up. Yeah, basically. It's crazy.
Jeez, imagine that now. And we can.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like after COVID, where like did you see that chart? Someone released a chart that was like McDonald's prices in 2019 versus like now.
McDonald's is for the upper middle class now.
It's true. It is. It's truly insane.
We went there when we were road tripping for breakfast, and we spent like almost $30 to get a breakfast for
It's
all
insane.
of us. I was like,
yeah,
what is
this
this?
stuff is meant to be like, cheap fast food that's like accessible for everybody.
That's why
because-
Taco Bell is the way to go.
I mean, Taco Bell's it's no angel these days either. I will say it's still
It's not,
very
but they still
expensive.
have $1.20. You can get
It's true,
something
they
for
do still-
$1.20.
yeah, you're
no
right,
one
they
else
do still have
has
those.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Shout out. Anyway, so it goes from
Sponsor
4 to
us.
36 cents a pound. Yeah, please do. But lucky for Norton, someone who used to bully him in high school slid into his DMs and was like, "Hey, girl, I got a great opportunity for you."
Unbelievable. He's like, I don't want a rice MLM. Can you not? You weren't even nice to me back then.
But he's desperate. So Norton is
Yeah.
offered an entire shipload of 200,000 pounds of Peruvian rice at 12.5 cents, which, to be fair,
Okay. Better.
would have been a smart investment at that time. That would have been a good idea. Unfortunately for him, as soon as the shipment arrived, so too did a dozen more ships filled with rice.
No! Oh, what a bummer.
So this floods the market and it sends the price tumbling down to 3 cents a pound, which is even less than
Less?
before. Less than before.
Dude. Economics, man.
He just loses an astronomical amount of money.
What a bummer.
And he basically is like, oh, I got swindled. This is bullshit. So he tries to sue. And then this case actually goes all the way to the California Supreme Court. But sadly, he loses the case. And from that, Norton lost absolutely everything. All of his money, everything, his whole inventory. He's got nothing left. And some people say he also lost his mind.
I mean, yeah.
He kind of snaps.
There's some people, and me probably being one of them, that are one snap away from one giant disaster away from losing their minds.
Oh, I don't even think it's giant for me personally. It's like,
Yeah, it's like one inconvenience, and I'm insane.
listen, I'll just say this as an anecdote. I have to go to Michigan to visit the in-laws, and I was looking at ticket prices, and I was like, okay, I'm waiting for this like other thing to like post back on my credit card before I make a purchase.
Yeah.
And it's like 4 weeks out or something. And then the next
Yeah.
day it went up by like $120. And this was like a nothing ticket. And I was
That
like,
would have
I'm going
destroyed
to
me.
walk into the water, into the ocean and never come back out again. Cause now it's like $300 for this ticket. And I wanted to die.
That's
I was
awful.
so angry. I'm still angry about it. So yes, if I had lost all of my money because a bunch of other ships of rice showed up after, I mean,
Ooh.
first I'd be happy that there was a bunch of rice, but then after I got
Sure.
over that,
After you ate the rice, you'd be like,
after I
what
ate
the
the rice,
hell? Yeah.
I'd be like, no amount of rice is going to make me not insane right now. So yeah, I don't even judge this person at all.
No.
So he goes into the wilderness for a few years and predictably he backslides into poverty.
What does that mean, go into the wilderness?
Like he just sort of
Disappears,
steps
kind of-
away, disappears
yeah.
from public life. Sorry. Are you hearing the leaf blower? in
Yeah,
the
is that
background?
yours?
Yes.
Stupid leaf blowers.
I don't think this is going to go away. So I think we're just going to have to like
All right,
have the wood
let's go.
chipper be part of it. Like
All right. Our third guest, our third
third guest is now the
today
chainsaw because apparently there's some tree getting chainsawed. So apologies, everybody. It's just going to be through the background of my tab. Hopefully it's not too much.
I think
Anyway,
it'll be okay.
It's actually appropriate because like my next line was, so he goes into the wilderness for a few years
Perfect.
where apparently everyone's chainsawing a bunch of trees. So
In
just
1850.
This is part of the makeup of the story. This adds to the texture and the vibe. So he backslides into poverty and he loses everything. And I guess one by one, again, there's not so much known about him at this point. And then randomly on the morning of September 17th, 1859, a well-dressed and serious-looking man walked into the offices of the San Francisco Evening Bulletin with a note and demanded that it be published. The note read as such, quote, bear with me, this is going to be a tough one because the language is complicated it's not a very intuitive sentence, intuitive statement to read. So, at the peremptory request of a large majority of the citizens of these United States, I, Joshua Norton, formerly of Algo Bay, Cape of Good Hope, and now for the last 9 years and 10 months past of San Francisco, California, declare and proclaim myself Emperor of these United States, and in virtue of the authority thereby in me vested, do hereby order and direct the representatives of the different states of the Union to assemble in Musical Hall of this city on the first day of February next, then and there to make such alterations in the existing laws of the Union as may ameliorate the evils under which the country is laboring and thereby cause confidence to exist both at home and abroad in our stability and integrity. Norton I, Emperor of the United States.
Wow. Okay,
was
he's coming
wordy.
in hot.
He's coming in hot.
He went away and he's back.
He's like,
back.
this is it. I demand that this happens.
Yeah, everyone come here. Come to me, first of all.
I'm
not going anywhere else. Ballsy.
And for whatever reason, the editor of the Bulletin reads this and he's like, rock and roll, baby. Let's run this. Let's do it.
This is San Francisco.
Yes. Yeah,
Who
San
cares?
Francisco, baby. Exactly. Who gives a shit?
Dig up gold. Literally anyone can live here and do whatever they want.
Anything goes.
The Crocker Spite House is there.
Yeah, so this is a picture of, or I guess this is an excerpt, which you can see that there's it runs a little, look at the title at the top.
Have we an emperor among us? Hold on. The world is full of queer people. Yes, San Francisco. Okay,
well, this is the thing. This is the actual like preface.
Oh, he says this. Okay.
No. They say this.
Is his,
and then,
okay.
So this is the setup to the statement. Is like what the paper actually writes, which is
I see.
The world is full of queer people. But go ahead and read it.
It says, "Have we an emperor among us? The world is full of queer people. This forenoon, a well-dressed and serious-looking man entered our office and quietly left the following document, which he respectfully requested we would examine and insert in the bulletin. Promising him to look at it, he politely retired without saying anything further. Here's the paper." And then it's all the thing you just read. That is insane. I love that it's like the world is full of queer people because it's San Francisco and it's like
right. Double meaning.
Amazing. Double meaning.
Queer. Now there's a leaf blower and a chainsaw.
It's double,
sounds
huh?
like this is great. I
What
love
is this? Your old neighborhood?
What is this? Every other time we record where it tries to break me of like who I am and my purpose? We might need to wait.
Speaking of one disaster away from losing your mind.
Yeah,
You're
I was
one
like,
chainsaw away.
I lost I had people talk over my podcast. No, I can't exist as a person anymore.
Dude, I get that. If I catch a hint of disappointment on anyone's face, I will want to walk into traffic.
So I can't get an exact read on the reaction, but the impression I got from all the references that I was pulling from is that everyone in the city essentially was like, well, not going to argue with the emperor. Let's just keep going.
They just yes-anded it?
They just, the whole city does. Yeah, they're just like, cool, we like a kooky, weird guy who, they're like, well, he's certainly eloquent.
Yeah, he's dressed well.
Yeah. I'm not clear on if everybody was like, they knew who it was and they were just like, haha.
He was
but
like
I do know
local...
that a lot of stuff that I read about was that the Freemasons were like, he used to be one of us. Like,
oh, he's a Freemason.
Well, he was like friends with actually, I shouldn't say that he was a Freemason. I know that he was friends with the Masons. I'm not sure if he was a Mason. He might have been.
Yeah.
But I definitely know that at one point when he was wealthy enough that like he had rubbed shoulders with all those kinds of people or rubbed elbows with all those people. So like there's some other silent hand here at some point.
Yeah.
But
interesting.
anyway, so he begins to roam the streets of San Francisco, inspecting things and writing declaration after declaration. And then he gets the local papers to put them all in print because, that's just exactly what Charlemagne used to do. And
yeah, totally. Whoa.
The list. Yeah, right. Oh, so here's this fun photo of him riding a bike.
Oh, I love him. Why is he so short on the bike? The bike, he's like a child. I love this picture, Kaveh. I love this picture. Look at him. So it looks like first of all, he's wearing denim. Let's just say that because it existed. He's on a bike. He looks determined. He kind of looks like my dad. And
that's why you love him.
Just riding this bike, but he's kind of like crouched down. He's got a little hat on. He looks like a kooky person from San Francisco that you could see today. He
just looks like he blends right into the rest of the city.
Yeah, love him.
He's the best. Anyway, so he's going around making declarations and the list is long, but here's what he became known for. This is his platform, just like a couple of the highlights. So first up, he is a voice for fair treatment and enhanced legal protection of immigrants and racial/ethnic minorities.
Yes.
It gets better.
We need this now. Okay, go on.
Just wait. This is going to get even better. He demanded that Black people be allowed to ride public streetcars and be admitted to public schools. This is in 1859.
Whoa.
It keeps going. He commanded the courts to allow Chinese people to testify and said, quote, "The eyes of the emperor will be upon anyone who shall counsel any outrage or wrong on the Chinese."
I'm like shocked right now. Are you serious?
He declared that all Indian agents, quote unquote, and other parties connected with frauds against the Indian tribes were to be publicly punished before as many Indian chiefs as could be assembled together.
All I want is to see that. I want all the chiefs to get to
just watch these guys get tarred and feathered.
I'm speechless. Am I in love with a dead man?
You are absolutely in love with this man.
I might be in love with him.
He favored church-state separation and warned against the dangers of Puritanism and sectarianism and prohibited the enforcement of state Sunday laws which discriminated against Germans and Jews.
Whoa.
He supported a woman's right to vote, and he was a defender of the people's right to fair taxes and basic services, including well-maintained streets, streetcars, ferries, and trains. In short, Emperor Norton for president, honestly. Emperor Norton's
He's
the
got
best.
my vote. I might write him in.
Yeah.
Dig him up. He'll do better than whatever we have now.
Look out, Gavin Newsom. The corpse of Emperor Norton is coming for you.
And he's going to win.
I would vote for him. So
Gavin Newsom's like, I'm almost a corpse. Look at me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm shambling and weird.
I'm from
just
San
like him.
Francisco. I can't do a Gavin Newsom voice. It's got to be more gravelly.
You better get good at it.
I do. I got to get gravelly at it. But that's the thing. I can't do it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay. He also fought culture wars, which this is one of my favorite ones. Quote, whoever after due and proper warning shall be heard to utter the abominable word Frisco, which has no linguistic or other warrant, shall be deemed guilty of high misdemeanor and shall pay into the imperial treasury as penalty the sum of $25.
He's a true San Franciscan. True San Franciscan. Don't say Cali either. Frisco and Cali out. No.
That's the next thing I know. I was like,
Kaveh, how did you find this person's perfect?
Amazing, total legend. Emperor Norton also called for the abolition of Congress and then added Protector of Mexico to his title as a flex against Maximilian I, who briefly took over Mexico from 1864 to 67.
I was going to say, Mexico also had an emperor at the time. And he was like, no, I'm the only emperor.
I am the protector of Mexico. Eat shit.
Oh, incredible.
Some San Francisco banks even issued banknotes in his name.
No. I guess you could kind of do that with anybody if you wanted. Banks were nuts back then.
As opposed to now that they're totally sane.
The imperial government of Norton the First, 50 cents. It's a 50-cent bill. This is insane. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's legit.
It's awesome.
Oh, he's got my vote.
So he's like a celebrity in the area. Like everybody knows him. Everybody loves him. They see him around town.
He's a local curiosity.
He's a local curiosity. Yeah, which is very San Francisco too, by the way. Like it's very like San Francisco's like it's a big town effectively.
Exactly. If you go there, it's like, oh, I'm in a smaller European town. That's the vibe of it. It's like, you know everybody in a way.
So some of the other people around at that time that knew him, our boy, Samuel Langhorne Clemens, aka Mark Twain. He was living in San Francisco at the time, and apparently he straight up modeled the character of the king in The Adventures of Huck Finn on Emperor Norton.
That makes sense. It's like a vagabond kind of like.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like kind of a scam. I mean, he's a little bit like he's like a scam artist. He's like a villain in that book, fraudster, but still, it's like that's apparently where he gets the inspiration from.
This is also when he's actively trying to shut down all the post offices.
Exactly. So. This is part of it.
So Mark Twain was like multiple things going on, and one of them was
a lot going on in his mind. But he's like, he's like, I'm gonna write this guy. I'm inspired by him to write him into my book. And Robert Louis Stevenson also mentioned Norton in his novel The Wrecker, which I have not read, but apparently is something that exists. So beloved was the emperor around San Francisco that everyone just let him eat and drink for free.
Huh? Of course.
Because either someone would cover his tab or the restaurants wouldn't charge him. Yeah, they'd be like, all right, cool. Yeah, he's the emperor. Everyone was just kind of like on board with it. They were like, all right, we got to support this kind of weird person that's got progressive views.
He's our boy.
He's our boy. It adds to the city. It adds to the sort of character of what San Francisco is at that time. And like the press likes to cover him. He's harmless, essentially.
Yeah.
Like, he's not doing anything wrong. He's just sort of this fun character that people like. He had shit to do, and he didn't want anyone to get in his way, you know. And here's another proclamation that I thought was fun. The following is decreed in order to be carried into execution as soon as convenient. Number 1, that a suspension bridge be built from Oakland Point to Goat Island and thence to Telegraph Hill, provided such a bridge can be built without injury to the navigable waters of the Bay of San Francisco.
So he pretty much like proposed building the Bay Bridge.
Exactly.
That's insane. Like to the T.
Yeah, and then another decree on September 21st, 1872, whereas we issued our decree ordering the citizens of San Francisco and Oakland to appropriate funds for the survey of a suspension bridge from Oakland Point via Goat Island, also for a tunnel, and to ascertain which is the best project.
Whoa.
So he demands that there's a suspension bridge and a tunnel to go from San Francisco to the East Bay.
Incredible. He's like, is he a time traveler?
Maybe, honestly.
This guy feels like a time traveler, a sloppy one who's like too progressive for anyone to even like.
People don't even know what to do with him.
No.
This is like, I don't know, 60 years before the Bay Bridge actually gets built.
Yeah, I think
something like that.
Early 1900. I can't remember, but I know the Golden Gate wasn't until the 30s that it was built.
Yeah, I think it's around those times. But anyway, total legend and icon. Love him. And
what happened to him?
Of January 8th, 1880, Norton collapsed across the street from the old St. Mary's Cathedral while on his way to debate at the California Academy of Sciences.
No. Are you serious? Debate who? Just someone?
I don't know. Who knows? Sadly, he died before any medical assistance could arrive.
No.
And, so again, he's like this big thing in the press. So there's all these like stories that are written about him. So there was like, they exaggerated his funeral. A lot of people were like, oh, he had like, it was like a 2-mile long procession for him. Like, it wasn't the case. It wasn't like a huge funeral.
Right.
It was just sort of like small and not a big deal. But the tales of Norton continue to be told, and people still like love him. So it's actually like a pretty big part of like underground. I don't know if I'd call it underground necessarily, but like San Francisco history and culture.
Yeah.
Of like historians and stuff. In 1934, Norton's remains were transferred to a gravesite at Woodland Memorial Park Cemetery in Colma, California.
Yeah.
And at one point, there was this plaque that was at the foot of one of the ports.
They did that because there was no more room to bury people, so they moved a bunch of graves.
Oh, is that what it was? I wasn't actually sure what the reason for that was.
Pause, traveler, and it's like a plaque. It's a plaque, and there's Norton, and there's the Bay Bridge. Is that the Bay Bridge? Yeah, behind him, and there's 2 dogs. Does he have dogs? Bummer and Earl.
I don't know, actually.
Anyway, it says, pause, traveler, and be grateful to Norton I, Emperor of the United States, Protector of Mexico, 1859 to 1880, whose prophetic wisdom conceived and decreed the bridging of San Francisco Bay, August 18th, 1869, dedicated on 1939. Whoa. So they give him credit.
Yeah. And this is the San Francisco Illustrated Wasp. This is like his obit. I think this is the week after he died.
Emperor Norton, and it's an illustration of him. Wow.
So I didn't pull. There's a lot of stuff there's a lot of images. I didn't want to pull too many of them.
Yeah.
Because then it would be crazy. Like, but go look up Emperor Norton I of San Francisco. There's a lot of fun stuff about him.
I love this man.
I figured you would. Yeah.
This is a true Bay Area boy right here.
He's true. Yeah. This is like a legit, like real Bay Area kid who sort of represents and speaks for sort of what the ethos and like of what the Bay used to be, in San Francisco in particular before all the shitbag VCs came in and ruined everything.
I think underneath everything, it still is. It's just.
I think it's still there. I think they've just been overshadowed for sure.
Yeah. This has always been San Francisco. Like, if you don't know where else to go because you don't fit in anywhere, you just come here. That's always how it was. It's
meant to be a place of safety for people. That's the entire basis of like the Castro and all that. Like, it's just that's effectively what the vibe of the city is. So it's cool to see, like you said, there's a guy, 100 something years before everybody else who sort of is like, yeah, no, that's what the vibe of this place is. And people just being like, he's he's homeless and he's calling himself the emperor, but we just got to take care of people.
Who says he's not? I love that the city was just like, sure, yeah.
They're like, yeah, okay. This is a picture. I'll just give you one more picture. This is him like in his prime before he passed away. So some of this was unclear, but I think once the Civil War starts, he just starts wearing this uniform and he's like, I'm just gonna wear this every day.
Yeah, he's got curly hair. Look at that head of hair. Holy cow. Yeah. He looks like an emperor. He looks like a general. He's got this outfit on. He's got a pretty nice beard. He looks like someone I know and I can't place it. Oh, I like him.
Anyway, Emperor Norton I, that's my tab. He's a cool guy.
Man, it's the only emperor I've ever supported.
Exactly, the only American emperor. There's also rumors of King Kamehameha being like, I'm only going to talk to Emperor Norton. But I think that was disproven. But it's a fun thing to think. Yeah, I want it to be true as well. But I don't think it's actually true.
Bummer.
But yeah, there's plenty of stuff you can go look up on him. So if you're interested. But
love him. Go open a bunch of tabs, guys.
Yeah, and that's my tab. So let's go ahead. Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and close our tabs.
Okay.
What do you want to? Should we use the sound of the what's it called? The theremin, King Theoden, King Theoden playing the theremin at the same time.
The theremin. Yeah,
theremin.
we'll do a theremin. How about we'll just do
a theremin sound?
A very bizarro space sounding theremin.
Love it. Okay. Good luck finding that, Alyssa.
It's easy, actually. They're everywhere. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, moving on to listener emails. You're up first.
Oh, yeah. So I tried to edit this one down. It's still a little long, but it's good. So this is from Walter. Hi, Hannah and Kaveh. I just started listening to 500 Open Tabs a few months ago, and it's been one of the things I look forward to most each week. I work a pretty repetitive job, not a tractor driver, sorry. And listening to you both, I like how he apologizes. And listening to you both helps bring some much-needed enjoyment to my workday.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you for all the levity and wonder you bring. That is so kind.
Levity and wonder. Wow.
No one's ever used those words. Yeah,
no one's ever described that.
Levity, Hannah? No,
Wonder? Yeah, that's funny. You're too kind.
I'm not a tab haver in real life because I can't deal with the stress of having so many things to keep track of. Oh, neither can we.
Yeah, seriously.
But we deal in it. It doesn't happen anyway. Okay, but I am known to follow some Wikipedia rabbit holes, and one such hole led me to discover a lesser-known historical figure who's held a metaphorical tab open in my brain for years and years, and whose impact on food, music, and culture is still felt 1,000 years after his death.
Whoa.
Allow me to introduce you to the man known as Ziryab. Ziryab, a nickname that comes from the Persian or Kurdish word for blackbird, was born Abu al-Hassan Ali ibn Nafi, sorry everybody, in the year 790 in medieval Iraq.
All right.
Likely somewhere near Baghdad. At that time in history, the Middle East was experiencing a golden age of science and culture, and Baghdad was more or less the cultural center of the Islamic world.
Mm-hmm.
From a young age, Ziryab was recruited as a musician for the royal court of Baghdad and quickly proved to be an unparalleled virtuoso at both singing and playing the oud? Oud? I don't know. It's a Middle Eastern instrument similar to the lute. Because of his darker complexion and his strikingly beautiful voice, he became known as Ziryab, the Blackbird, among the courtesans in Baghdad. Are you looking it up?
No, I'm just looking at what a oud is. Okay, so that's kind of like it almost looks like a mandolin, sort of.
At some point, Ziryab leaves the court of Baghdad to head west to be the court musician in the city of Cordoba, modern-day Spain, which was at the time under Muslim rule. And in Cordoba, Ziryab truly flourishes. He establishes himself as a sort of tastemaker. He decides to found a music school for both upper and lower class students and encourages a variety of styles and interpretations. Over time, he becomes an extremely popular influencer. Here are just a few things he is credited for popularizing. 1, the 3-course meal. At the time, most Andalusian people just sort of heaped all the food on a bare wooden table without any plates or real silverware and just chowed down. Ziryab saw this as less than civilized and decided on a fixed order to present the food. First, starting with soups and broths, then meats and breads, and closing with sweet desserts and nuts. If you've ever heard the phrase, from soup to nuts, to refer to the entirety of something, you can trace that directly back to him.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Number 2, toothpaste. He might not have been the inventor per se, but there is a record of Ziryab creating a toothpaste that was functional and pleasant to taste, although we can only guess what was in it. Yeah, how would you make that taste good?
Nuts and soup, basically.
Nuts and soup. 3-course toothpaste meal. Number 3, asparagus.
Delicious.
Again, not the inventor, but he did uplift it from a relatively unknown spring weed to a mainstay vegetable in Western cuisine. 4, bangs. Yeah, he popularized bangs as a hairstyle for women, which was a pretty daring choice for women at the time.
Look at you, Hannah. You would never have bangs right now if it weren't for this guy.
Oh, you mean my lazy 2011 Zooey Deschanel bangs that I've always had and I've never gotten rid of? They are bangs. It is said that he even created a cosmetology school that women could go to for this hairstyle and for eyebrow shaping, too.
This guy's got a lot of different... That's a Renaissance man.
Yeah. Then seasonal fashion. He made it popular to change your wardrobe with the seasons, decreeing that brightly colored tunics to be worn in the spring, while white to be worn in summer, and heavier fur-lined cloaks to be worn in winter.
Smart.
This seems a bit obvious to us, but it was all the rage for people at the time. The historian Al-Makari says of Ziryab, there was never, either before or after him, a man of his profession more generally beloved and admired. His legacy really sticks with me. This is not the quote anymore. His legacy really sticks with me precisely because it's so rare to hear about a pre-Renaissance tastemaker, let alone someone who isn't from the Anglo-centric historical context. There's something that feels so connective to a distant past here, too. People will always love music, food, and fashion. That's my tab. I'm so grateful I could close it with you guys. Looking forward to many more episodes to come. Until then, keep it Josephine, and I'll see you at the William H. Taft Memorial Possum Mukbang. Sincerely, Walter.
William H. Taft Possum Mukbang.
That is what you said. You said that.
I don't remember saying it,
You
but
said
that sounds
it's like
awesome.
a possum mukbang.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
I'm not
your turn.
wrong.
Thank you, Walter.
Amazing. Thank you for that. Moving on to the next email is from Bird from Canada.
Oh, we got a bird.
Hey, nerds. Greetings from Canada. I just veered the Furtabulous Friends channel in Discord way off topic to ask Nico if he's from the Riverside in Iowa, whose city council unilaterally opted after a unanimous vote to declare themselves the future birthplace of Star Trek. The original series is Captain Kirk. He isn't, but that got me thinking that this would be a great tab to submit.
Nico's like, again, let me add
Nico's
to my bingo
like,
sheet of
me
how
alone.
many times you say my name.
Leave me alone. And they've submitted the link. When this vote took place in 1985, it was canon that Kirk is from Iowa, but not from a specific city. The municipal mavericks of Riverside took care of that detail. I visited Riverside a few years ago, and I got to see the little museum, best gift shop ever. Where else are you going to get an isolinear chip keychain and some public fixtures celebrating Star Trek? Hope you all get to see it sometime. Bird.
Thanks,
Love
Bird.
It. So we could just Bill Shat from Riverside can be like a new thing if you want it. Or
Bill
Kirk
Shat from Riverside, dude. Is he going to send us any tabs?
I think we should retcon this to change it so now in the new version, it used to be Riverside, Iowa, but now it's Riverside, California, and you could be a descendant of Nico.
You mean, you're right. Nico?
There you go. I just made it canon.
Perfect.
Nico from Riverside is canon in the Star Trek universe now because I just declared it.
Has no choice. He should just be a third host on this show at this point. We may as well. Anyway, thank you, Bird. That was great. Both of those were great. This was a fun episode. And if you want to write into us, you can send us an email at 500opentabs@gmail.com, 500, or a voice memo that's like 2 to 3 minutes long. We love those. And if you want to follow us, also at 500opentabs on Instagram and Blue Sky.
Yep. Just a reminder to everybody that on December 13th, I'm going to be in San Diego at Tito Rick's Garage. I believe the time's going to be 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. There's going to be a holiday market and art show. I'll be there. I'll have a table. I'll have some prints. I'll have some of the stuff that I have. Actually, I'll have most of the stuff I usually have at any of these conventions, but I'm going to be going to San Diego. So if you have gifts that you need to purchase, don't buy them. Just come to this thing and purchase what we're selling. The show's being put on by our friend Patrick Ballesteros. He will also be there, but a bunch of other talented artists. It's kind of like a small little one-day con, but I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be, Patrick, former guest, the gatekeeping episode. It's going to be a lot of fun. We also have an art show that's part of it, which I don't know at the time of this release if we're releasing those images yet, but I've shown you, Hannah, my picture that I drew, which I'm very excited about. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll probably have prints of those one as well, but again, this year, instead of spending money on $1 billion corporation and giving them more money to destroy us and steal all of our money and take our drinking water and invest it into bullshit AI, buy it from some artists if you can, if you're in San Diego.
A real human artist that made it with their hands.
Yeah. Additionally, I do have some stuff that I'll be putting up that's going to be, holiday themed on my website as well at some point. So please go check out blacksmithfilms.com and check out the store and see if there's anything that might catch your fancy. My Mothman books are always a big hit. They're always a great gift to give to people.
They are
Mothman's
good.
Compendium of Southern California Cryptids. Also, if you've got any, kids in your life, probably like around 11, 12, 13 is the best age for my Perma-Friends books. Those are very popular with preteens-ish.
Yeah.
Or younger a little bit too. It's an all ages book, but it's got enough like kind of a weird sarcastic humor where like you need to be like probably older than like 7 to catch some of them. But those make good gifts as well.
I've given them as gifts.
Yeah, you have. You're very supportive of my art. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Made it weird. And for those of you who are listening for the first time and you don't know what he's talking about, we're both cartoonists.
Yes.
And artists, and
we need to
sell our
remember to say
art.
that. Yes.
Yeah. I keep forgetting that people just don't know. Like they come to us just blind and think, what are these idiots talking about? We are idiots and we are also artists. Yes. So,
which I see it as a compliment, is that people think that we're competent enough podcasters where they're just like, what do you mean you also draw? We thought this is your main gig. No, we met as cartoonists first and then we decided to start a show, but this is not our
because we
main thing that
up.
we did. Yes, exactly. But yes, if you're interested in any of that, Hannah also has her book, Cat People, that came out. That's
Cat
wonderful.
People.
Are you going to be doing any of the magnets? Yes, it's a great gift.
Magnet. Oh, I'm not selling. You know what? Maybe I will. I don't know. Follow me on Instagram.
We'll find out.
Cool.
Yes, our websites and stuff are all available on our Instagrams. Of course, mine is PermaFriends on Instagram. Go check out my handle. That's where you can link to my store.
And don't forget to rate and what is it? Rate and comment,
and subscribe, all that stuff,
and download. Don't forget to download, because if you download, that shows on the numbers. Okay.
Listen,
right?
if you are an emperor, please demand that all your subjects listen to this podcast. Share this with them. Make it mandatory that they all go and comment and subscribe and sign up for the YouTube, all that. What good is being an emperor if you're not using it for like the powers of good?
For good.
Norton would have done that. Emperor Norton would have absolutely supported this podcast. Yeah. If you like Moogs, if you like King Theoden's, I already forgot the name of the instrument.
Theremin.
If you play the theremin.
If you like Theoden's, I love the Theoden instrument. Then please share with your friends, family, everything. Thank you for listening.
We got one more episode left before we get to the grand finale of this year of Kumatav for Kuformatab.
Kumataforb.
The fourth.
Because I keep
Kumatav.
putting the 4 as the A in tab, so it's Kumataforb.
It's gonna be fun. I mean, it always is fun, but this is even more unhinged and insane.
I will say I'm adding a couple of things this time. That's gonna make some more twists and turns happen.
Love it.
Potentially.
Love it. One more left. Thank you again, Hannah.
Okay.
Thank you to Alyssa, and thank you to everybody for listening. And what was it? I'll see you at the Howard Taft Possum Mukbang.
I'll see you at the William H. Taft Memorial Possum Mukbang.
What she said. Bye.
Bye.